Let's go. Commence the Dana and Renfri. All right. Well, we'll take it. Today we're going to be playing some Harmony, but we're going to be playing the Dana Ehorax version. The reason for this is because apparently everyone's playing Renfri. Again, not everyone, but like 50% or something of my games are Renfri games. This happens like randomly some days where everyone just starts playing something because either a streamer made it really popular or someone made a video on it and everyone tries it out for a little bit. It just happens. So today we're going to be playing this because this has a good way to deal with that. So we're playing Guerrilla Tactics. There are a couple things we have to move. But Guerrilla Tactics is also just pretty solid for the 9 points you can get. And you can also remove an enemy thing that's kind of a problem if you need to. So it's a really convenient leader ability. I do like it. We're playing Curse Scroll for consistency. So we definitely want to be opening with the Ehorax, which means we want to draw it with Curse Scroll. And if you do end up drawing Ehorax and both of your high provision cards, the Saskia Commander and your Dana, you can put one back in it with the scroll too, which is nice. In your deck, I mean. Then we have the Mysteries of the Lochfayan. This is just here because we have the scenario to go with all of our Harmony bronzes. We don't have that many Harmony cards, so you gotta be a little careful with this one. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Harmony cards. 8, I guess Dana's one. But you want to be a little careful you don't run out of Harmony cards before you play it. But it's still really good. And it goes with the round later on, because usually you go with the Dana early or the Saskia Commander early, and then later on you might not have any points left outside of your bronzes, and this gives the bronzes the points you really need to keep up and around. Then we have the Dana. So she's really good either coming off of the Ehorax or later in the game when you drop her. Both are good. These games will probably be going for her early to buff up our hand, but we'll see. You can use her or Saskia Commander. They're both fine in the early round. You're going to get her out of your deck with your Ehorax over the Saskia Commander, remember? But you can always play them both in the same round if it's a really important round one, and that'll thin your deck out. Or you can just play more than one of them. It's up to you. Then we do have the Oneiromancy, like I said, Saskia Commander. We need this for just consistency. The deck's very top-heavy on provisions, right? We've got a 14, a 14, a 13, a 13, a 10, and then like just 4 middle-range golds and a whole bunch of bronzes. You have to keep that in mind. Actually, I guess Vial is a gold too, but it's a 4. So you do have to keep that in mind. And because of that, we are running the Brayhen here over the Heatwave. Normally play a Heatwave here, but with the Ehorax, will usually be in the Ehorax's spot would be the Heatwave and use these provisions for something else. But you know what? Since we're playing Guerrilla Tactics, we have the Brayhen just for a bit of removal. It's also good against anyone who's playing immune stuff like Sove. You can hit the Sove, or you can do it against Erland. So it's not bad. And with the Guerrilla Tactics, we're going to move the Weeping Willow, then maybe move something else to keep it alive, like one of our sentries. But other than that, you just have 1 or 2 charges left over, which you use to set up Brayhen. We've got the Dusk Aspect as our big finisher. The nice thing about this being a finisher is it also has Harmony, so you can go like Mysteries in round 3, drop like a Antherian or something, and then drop the Dusk Aspect to finish out the round, if it's like a short round. The Weeping Willow, we're going to use this for poison. We're definitely going to be moving it with the leader charge to then use the melee order. This thing takes a lot of removal. Like people usually remove it, but it's still quite good. We have the Percival. Then we have the 2 Antherians. They're just really nice. They give you that Harmony, gives things Harmony. It's useful. We are playing the movement package. We've got the Sentries, the Cat Witcher, and the Dried Matron. I've tried without the movement package, and I just like it. I like the movement package better. It does kind of limit you, though, because you always want this coming out as your elf. So you usually don't play any other elves in here, which is why we're not playing a Purify. You can play an Ida, right? But I just don't think she's good enough. And you can also play the Bronze Elf that purifies, but we don't want to play that because it stops our Sentry from coming out if we pull her. So I don't think that's worth it. Then you could add the Peller in. But usually we just want to be playing Scoia'tael cards because we want to be triggering Harmony when we play them. But you can swap this Vial for a Peller if you want that Purify. Because they lock your Dana round 1, there's not much you can do about it. We don't have that Purify. But she's really the only card we care that much about getting locked, right? Like, if they lock one of our sentries, it's not bad or something. We do have the 2 Rangers to go with the poisons for Willow. This is the card you do not want to pull out of your deck, but it happens. The Vial can be anything. This could be your Peller, this could be your Squirrel. I don't like running down non-Scoia'tael units in here, but those are 2 that might be worth including. The reason I went for Vial is because most of the decks we're running into are going to be either Renfri, well, at least prior to recording this, because you never know when things change. But most of the decks I play are either Nova decks, with usually Onslaught and the Unicorn Kyre decks, or they're going to be Renfri decks. And the Vial, in all of the decks against the Nova ones, they pretty much all play Vial, which thins our deck by 1, which is something where you're kind of lacking in the thinning outside of Saskia. So it just gives us more consistency. We never actually want to play it. We've got the 1 Pyrotechnician and the 2 Dwarf Berserkers for our Dwarves, the 2 Matrons, and the 2 Chameleons. Again, you could cut one of these for a Purify if you want, but I'd really say you'd probably want to do the neutral one. So you'd always get out your Sentry, but it's up to you. Anyway, that's the deck. Let's see how it does. It should be pretty good. Hopefully we can mill some Renfris. It's like my favorite thing. If I couldn't mill a Renfri, I mean, I'd be annoyed, but really hoping we can hit some today, because it'll be pretty funny. Going up against Congregation. We don't really have a wide punish. We don't need both of you in our hand, Dana and Saskia. What would we want to pull out of his deck? I guess Cyrus is a good pull.
No, dwarves do not qualify for childcare tax relief.
There he is. There's a Tesha Mutna Sword. What is this deck? Is this some new thing where we always just Tesha Mutna Sword and everything? I guess we have to play this then. I'm confused. Why we have Roach in here? Is something weird going on, or is this just a new way to play? There's nothing in here. It's not a unit. Yeah, it's not a unit. We just drop the second Dryad. Get the movement engine going. We have to watch out for there's going to be some pretty crazy swings he can do here. But no Fallen Knight is worth noting. Do we want to go with the Percival? I think we do want to go with the Percival. I was hoping we'd get our Sentry there, but we didn't, so we just play Sentry next turn. I think it's fine we're holding off on 1 turn for it, but I don't want to wait forever. There's a Fallen Knight. Again, we don't really have a control for these guys. We'll just reduce our chances. We want to get Witcher out of our deck. Next turn we play the Dwarf. We should get the other Cat Witcher from our Saskia. I guess Gregory would have been good from this too. From the Ehorax, but I think Cyrus is better for us, but he also has the Gregory, so that means it's in his hand, because I think that's a 14. So you know he's holding it. There's a Sacred Flame. That's going to help him a lot. Next turn he might go to like 90 or so. We just have to remember that. Drop out. We do this first. Drop our Dwarf. Make sure this isn't a Dwarf. It is not. And if we do this, it could transform into a Witcher, so we're gonna not click it this turn. He has Gregory, Ray, Sacred Flame. We know he has Gregory. He probably has Ray or access to it. And then he's at like plus 15 on the Sacred Flame. So he's still ahead. There's a Ray on the Chameleon. We didn't get that extra, like, 2 points from it. There's that. But I think it's fine.
Are you fucking kidding me? Catnip instead of crowns?
So I wanted to make sure we got the second Cat Witcher, because that's going to really add up. As you can see. Why just Oniromancy the second Sentinel here? Sentry. I think we will. We'll have the complete movement engine on the board at once. Probably worth. Look at this. We've got the full movement engine now. We're 87. His 94 or something. Just too much per turn. It's ridiculous. There we go. So we're up 7, and when we pass, we just go boom, 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 boom. We go from up 7 to up 21. It's 14 a turn. That's pretty good. And we now got the we got him where we want him. He's in a short round without Cyrus. That's exactly what we want. We have Scenario. We could go for a Scenario Pressure. For a 2-0. Yeah, I like it. I like it. He does have Ray left. If he has Helvide, he'll be fine. He's gonna Heatwave that. Whatever. Have Oniromancy. We just drop this melee. He does stop our scenario, but he also puts himself further back. Helvide's the scary card. Steel Niromancy, that's what he's going to go for. Yep, he has to. We don't have to 2-0 him. You just have Ray. You can still make another Cyrus if he's has a 4-power guy. We do have to remember that. We're just gonna probably all in here, I think. Which means we go for Oniromancy into Willow. We know he has Ray for sure. The other card's Gregory.
Yes, you. Have you made your offering?
There's the Gregory. That's good. Good. That's all good. We're good here. Ray's bad in like a 4-card round. No LV to spawn stuff. It's gonna be hard for him to set up the destroy an 8 and then get the Cyrus because we can just ping it down by 1 point. This should really favor us, and he's going to DC on us. Oh, he's not going to DC. Let's go. So, our best cards are the... Well, Brayhan's Situation. Well, he's spawning things. Brayhan's going to be good. I actually kind of want this to ping stuff down. But second Poison might be better. Probably don't want this. Probably don't want this either. That is the worst card we could have gotten. Unfortunate.
Who spilled my ink? Confess or be damned.
Do we want to move that? We lose 2 points moving his guy instead of our guy. Does that make it up? Yeah, it probably makes up for it. think we just kill that too.
Leave while you still stand.
And this we ping so it can't make a Cyrus. So I don't think there's an 11 he can make. So I think this is his last card. I don't think it's a 10. Well, I guess it dies already. I was wondering if I was thinking he put that back and got out. What's it called? You know, the one that destroys and makes a new guy. 10 gives him LV'd, but I guess he didn't have it. Kept the dice array. That's a. I wouldn't do that if I was him.
Cross the wrong sorceress.
Oh, is this Golden Necker again? There's a lot of Golden Necker, which is why we went for the tech here. Usually we want one of these in our deck for Saskia. Double Chameleon. Oh, this hand is maybe we should have kept that with this hand. Hand's not doing us any favors. At least we have the scroll. So we're playing Erendite. I've seen this. You just go Gedyneith round 1 every game. Let's do this every game and then try and go for a just power play off of the creatures. Let's get our Dana. Remove the Fuchsia. We want our Saskia here. We're probably going to need her and Dana this round. He's going to go right into this scenario. We drop Saskia. We just don't want the Erendite growing. Avalok into scenario. He's going to have to lead her if he doesn't want to get behind on his Erendite. Okay. So, we could poison. I think we don't have a Willow. We just drop the Saskia here too. It's all about round 1 tempo. So without the Erendite, his later rounds are not going to be nearly as good. Our problem does come from the fact we can't kill these things off. But on the other hand, I don't think he can kill our stuff off either. We're going to double check, actually. I don't think he had any control cards. Other than Erendite. Yeah, he literally only has Erendite and a Spores. So that means we definitely want Last Say. So we can just play as much as we want greedily here. I'm going to drop Percival too. This does give him a turn here where he can get ahead on the Erendite, but we want the Percival development. He's going to go for the long-term play where we get the crows out. Sure. He's getting ahead, which is not ideal. But this turn we get something out of our deck. And we drop a Chameleon. Hopefully this gets us one of the movement cards. Okay, we can start dropping Cat Witchers. They're not going to have the Adrenaline, but I mean, it's okay. Or we can just let him get boosted in our hand for later. Honestly, we're getting so many Dana boosts, I think we'll just be fine no matter what. He will have a lot of carryover from the crows, though, especially if he plays the other pair. He's going to go for the other pair right now. Crow Mother instead, okay. He's ahead by 1. 2 points now. We do kind of want to play something big here. We go second Antherian. It's not big, but also doesn't mess up with our Dana, and we do have this Chameleon really adding up. He's at like a 2-point Erendite. We've slowed the Erendite enough that I think it's fine now. Gonna leader. No leader. We just giving up on the Erendite. Maybe, maybe not. In any case, we will infuse here. And then we just drop the second one of these guys. I think we're getting too far ahead. He's still the dwarf to come out of our deck. So that's a free special for him because we can't contest it. We're not playing our own Niromancy to give him another special. There's the Commander's Horn. It's going to be really big. I mean, maybe we do Niromancy. He still doesn't have enough. He has to leader. This Erendite's really bad for him. Do we want to Niromancy? We could get the Dryad Matron. So I don't think we have a Dryad right now, though, so we might just get her this turn anyway. If we play Cat Witcher, we definitely do, because this is now a dwarf. Do you really want to play one of our awesome Cat Witchers? That's a 10, though. I kind of don't. We could also go for a Poison pair. I like that idea better. We'll go Poison. Niromancy. Second Poison. It does mean we don't get our Matrons out, but this is a really big tempo play, and it should just stop him from this round completely. 44 difference, and there's our Dwarf, because we replayed our Chameleon anyway. So we don't get the Dryad, we get the Dwarf, and we're up by 50 or 48. So it should be a round for us, and then we're just set. Because this hand's kind of nuts. The other thing is we're going to be really hard to trigger this Mistress. We need exactly the Lake Guardian and the Willow. Thank you. But we have the Oniromancy now. We have an insane hand. We really want to draw Lock into Harmony for round 2. There's Harmony, Oniromancy. Okay, we can do this. We're going to go in with this hand. We know he has no Heat Wave. Like, he has a Spores, which will be used on this. But I think we can pressure him here. We just do this and then save, like, short round double Cat Witcher or something. Because we know he's running Erendite, which is at, like, 2 points, I think. I think he has a 2-point Erendite. And then his other big tempo play was Fukusha, and we removed that. So he really just has to rely on these, and they're not set up. Get our Willow. We know we can't kill it. It's gonna like revive another one of these. There it is. Then we're gonna go with the Mushy Truffle to get the Erendite to a 3. He's being so greedy. Alright, I guess he's just given up on the Erendite completely. Dryad we don't have, right? We do not have that. kind of think we've just beaten him at this point. Then we just kill one of those. I mean, it's a 12-point Cat Witcher, and then we do this. What's he gonna do here? He has 1 spores for stuff that can affect us, which is worth 10.
I'm wed to no man, but to the sea and its goddess.
I think we use Brayhan here. Breaks the bonded. He still has that spores for 12 now. Since we know there's no Igni, I'm not scared about our range for having 3 13s in it. I think we just go for the 2-0 here. I have a very hard time seeing him getting out of this. Very, very hard time. There we go. Dana had some insane carryover. But I mean, that's what happens if you run no control in your deck. Going up against probably soldiers or bombs again. Let's see what we've got. We don't want 2 of this. We do want this into Dana with our Saskia, so let's keep our hand. We don't have the Her Scroll to put it back. Oh, we're playing a Chained Armor. That's interesting. Late cavalry time. Have I made it clear how much I despise this card? It's like on the same level as the amount I hate Renfri. Whatever. Let's pull a Renfri out of his deck. Make me feel better. No, it's just bombs, so we actually helped him a little bit. We're going to get Cataclysm for 3 damage after the bomb hits us. That's what happened to me earlier today. He did this, hit our Dana with a 4-point bomb, and then the 3 Cataclysm all killed her. It's probably what's about to happen again. Why would anything else happen? Oh, we're playing it safe this time. How amazing. Dana goes to 4. If we move her, he can kill us. At least Dana lived a turn. That's usually as much as you can expect. We can actually get her to 5 with this. He has a Sapper, though, so she probably dies anyway. But the Cataclysm's not on the right row. We can also just move her twice. Yeah. Let's go for it this way. Against something like this bomb control, any Dana points are going to be pretty much more valuable than anything we could ever use our leader on otherwise. We might get Vilga Forts, but you know. They usually don't run it. Okay, we're actually very happy right now. Very, very happy. We just want to keep keeping Dana alive and carrying over points. Against these control decks, our engines won't really cut it. There's the Vilga Forts now. And he gave us the engine. It's not going to make too much of a difference. But we did get all of our Dana value. Well, at least enough that we're very, very happy here. Very happy. Getting bombed now. Getting a lock, okay. We don't have 2 poisons, sadly, so I think we just fire this.
One arrow. That is all I need.
I'm really surprised he didn't... If he had Vilgefortz, I thought he would have just Vilgefortz as soon as we did the double leader. That was a mistake by him. He should have. That's why I didn't think he had it. There's a bomb. Sure, whatever. Everything's got extra points on it now. I don't think we actually want to replay this. So I think we just drop it. Well, we drop this first. Yeah, but I'd rather keep that, so let's drop this. Now we can drop it with adrenaline. Well, that's not bad for him.
Yeah, I work for the humans. Better than working for humans.
I meant to put this in the other row. As long as it doesn't die this turn, it's fine. So we drop the second one. We do lose out on pretty much all of our hand buff from Dana. But in exchange for winning the round, potentially on even, I think we're happy.
Style. That's right. I like fighting with style.
Yeah, there was no way we don't win this on even. We don't want to play our 2 cards, though. I thought he was going to pass. Heat Wave. Oh, nice. Scenario safe, then. He might do the last leader. Or some more leaders, even. So, scenario is safe. Okay, we pass. We do lose the round still, even with all that value. But we still have Saskia and we still have Scenario. Problem is we don't actually have Harmonies for Scenario. So we really need to draw those or else it's dead. But we haven't played that many yet. There's one. Please give me a second. Harmony card. Alright, we could still lose this. Our deck's full of our Harmonies. And he goes for the pass. That's very good for us. We're happy with the long round here. Start Saskia. She's at 7 now. Gonna be hard to kill. Scenario can't be Heat Wave because he used it round 1. I also don't think I would have done that. So let's see. We've got 2 Harmonies. We've got that. I actually would like something different. This is going to get bombed. We go for a second poison off of this then. That's pretty nice. Then Saskia, we've got... Yeah, we got 3 guys. This is good. Looking good. No Heat Wave makes a really big difference. Because now we just get all the value from this. We do have the Nausicaas coming in, though. So he does have... Interesting. So Saskia gives us Dwarf or Beast. So we don't want to play Antharian here. There we go. We get bombed on the Chameleon, so I didn't want to play it from our hand. Drop our Antharian. He's got 1 in each row. Let's play this here anyway. See what we get. Human's not a tag we're going to play. And neither is Dwarf. This is a good one. You can hit it with one of these now. But we're just going to boost it again, because we're going to leader probably on it. Actually, we should have played this ranged. Yeah, because this hits it down. I thought we were going to go to another boost. There's a bomb. So I was thinking we would just move it ranged, but then I remembered we have to move our Weeping Willow. It's honestly probably time for Weeping Willow. We're going to get this Harmony anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This should be fine. We should have too many points. The scenario is really what's giving us this round here, plus the fact we didn't use Saskia earlier. It's very tempting to always play her early, but I think in this case we did the right thing. Okay, so we can move either Willow or his guy. We have Beast, Treant, Token, Dryad, Dwarf. That's plus 10. I guess it's better to move our guy. Oh, we should not have played into an Igni. But this deck doesn't play Igni, so it doesn't matter. GG. Straight hand buff. I wonder if this is hand buff Renfri. We might both have a Dana. Wait, he's gonna Ehorax our Dana for us, right? Right? So we put it back. Oh yeah, let's go. Double Dana. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so we don't have 2 poisons, which is kind of unfortunate. Questions, do we want to Saskia? I think we do. I think we do. Our issue comes if he kills our Dana, because we can't kill his Dana. So if he can kill ours, we're going to have a problem. Otherwise, we can just both mutually coexist and then boost our entire hand group together. Which would be nice. Could live together like that. Could be friends. Let's be friends, buddy. At least until I can Brayhen. The points on the chameleons don't really matter, so it's fine if we play the beast here.
Not afraid. You should be.
Did he have an unboosted card in his hand? I guess he would have Torque, right? Torque remains unboosted because this is a relic. It's really nice how all this... Like, it is actually very cool how all the synergies work together. What do we play out of our hand here? We just play this guy. That's the card we didn't want to get, but it's okay. We do have to remember that we played our Saskia, which is something of a commitment.
Just one more feather and we're done.
That he did not make. Good old wagon. Are we getting our elf out of our deck? Probably not. I think we go this into one of these.
Your next move shall be your last.
We don't have that much carryover. I don't really want to play this one. His Dana's definitely better than our Dana. Okay, I think we have to Brayhand that. I don't want to Brayhand it, though, because he has more stuff that's tall. Yeah, I don't want to, so I think we won't. We just play this and hope it doesn't give us a elf. So no, we're good. He's gonna start playing big stuff. Yeah, like his Dana's better for him than us, but we also had Saskia. Now we've got something of the movement engine going. I really don't want to play this Brayhen. If he's playing like, if he has like Sheldon in his hand and stuff though, it's gonna be insane.
Just for you, lad.
Okay, we've got the Brayhen for that. Which I think is probably worth it. I think this might just be a GG if we're being honest.
You fight me, or you watch her die.
I think that might just be GG. He's played everything that's boosted. Except maybe a Sheldon. He's had a dwarf out for a little while. And that has to be Torque. So his last card's Torque. We know this. So he has Torque and 3 unboosted cards. The Torque's going to be huge. Actually, no, because it didn't get boosted by Dana. So the Torque's got like some boosts on it. Probably like 15. The question is, do we just drop Scenario and... Ooh. Yeah, I think we drop Scenario and try and force out Torque.
I am one with nature. You.
And we can just hold this in case we don't actually need to. Okay, he has the Heat Wave. That is a bit unfortunate, but it's still fine. It's still fine. Boost the Torque again. If we get the Torque out of his hand, we should win the game. And honestly, the Torque might not be big enough.
You shoot?
I don't think the Torque is big enough. Well, let's think. 12, 18, 19, 20, 22. We have 22 points in our hand. No, it's not big enough. Or it's actually this does not harmony, so we miscounted. But I still don't think it's big enough. It's not a 25. It was actually a 23 though. Oh my goodness. I didn't think it was that big. Alright, let's go. What do we have? Harmony. Okay, Harmony Mirror. Interesting. Difference here is we have Brayhen versus he has Dana. He probably has Coraxinus. I don't know how to... I always forget this thing's name. The one that was in the last set. And we've got 2 poisons. We've got this. We're sort of missing our openers, though. At least we have Curse Scroll. Do we want this? I think these are good, but I don't think we want to. Oh, do we play Dana? I don't think so. We go first. Just open with one of these guys. I think we want Saskia. I think we go a little slow on the Ehorax play, because he might do it for us. There's his Saskia. Fields look very similar here, so it's just going to be whoever develops more engines. We already have the Dryad, so I think we go Matron, then hope we pull the Sentinel.
First, you must learn to fletch.
The Hawk. So we have full harmony over there. That's fine. See if we get the Sentinel. We do. That's not bad. I think he's playing every tag in the game, basically. So his scenario will come out with more points than ours. So we should remember. Try to remember that.
The taste still upon my lips.
Our saving grace, though, is that we do actually have the Chameleon on the board right now, which makes a pretty big difference. It also really helps with this Matron. We're going to try and force Saskia to give us our second Cat Witcher, too. So I think we just mirror him. He doesn't have any of the movement stuff, which is really helping us. Ooh, surrender hurts. Oh, he's doing it on that row. That's not that bad then. Guess he doesn't want the Chameleon triggering again. Alright, he's starting to get his movement going. But then again, so are we. I think we just have too much. Like, our movement setup's better than his. We could probably pass next turn and win the round, honestly. If he plays a card... No, because he has the Treant still. We should have clicked our guy this turn. Should have clicked him last turn. He has to pass here. There's literally no way. Alright, we're passing next turn. I don't know what this guy's doing. He must have like some secret Igni or something we don't know about. Or he's willing to full leader on us. Yeah, okay. Good luck winning this. I want to see how you do it. I have no idea why you did anything last turn. I think we're just going to beat him up 2 cards and he's going to quit. Well, maybe the Convergence is enough. No, there's no way. Because we still have like 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, like 9 more points next turn. I guess the Convergence could be huge. Maybe here's our Saskia tag, he's fine. I'm just not seeing it. Like, am I wrong somewhere? Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, this is what I thought was going to happen. Vampires. Probably Renfri. Hopefully we can yoink his Renfri out of his deck. And if not, yoinking Regis is never bad either. If we put Dana back, he probably doesn't have a good way to kill her. Unfortunately, we don't have our Saskia commander, though. Oh, we can get her now. We're good. We're good. Let's go. Commence the Dana and Renfri. All right. Well, we'll take it. It's honestly still probably one of the best things that we can Equirax in the entire game still. So Dana gets locked after one turn. Completely expected. Let's draw here. Draw Saskia. Put back one of these guys. Drop the Saskia. Take the round. We do have to watch out for Meteor Shower. We can't be too overconfident. Do we want to drop the Percival? Relict. Beast. We'll go with an Antharian. We can pull our second Chameleon if we're unlucky here. We'd like to get a Sentinel, or Sentry. I always call it Sentinel. Hopefully this doesn't hit Saskia. It did hit Saskia. Well, hopefully the next one doesn't. So we'll infuse this. I'm feeling the Percival this round. Should have checked that this was a gnome first. That was a mistake.
Yeah, I work with humans. Better than working with humans.
Looks like a Meteor Shower deck. So, since we think it's Meteor Shower, we start poisoning things. Let's go with a poison. We don't have a Dryad out, though. It's going to take a while anyway. Let's poison him. Normally this is kind of an overcommitment, but since we're pretty sure he's playing Meteor Shower, he still could win the round. I think we have to go with our Willow. He's going to want a Meteor Shower this round, so we want to have the Weeping Willow out to move and click its order in response. There's the oh, that's not melee. We not playing a Meteor Shower in our hand here? Are we not? What do we have? We have Beast, Witcher, Dryad, Gnome. We have a lot of options we can get from our deck. He just gave us all the bleeding. Does anything trigger Harmony for us here? Not really. This is probably the worst.
Leave while you still stand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11 points of bleeding, so we're still good. He's getting ready for the Renfri. Based on where he put his gangs, I'm not sure there's a meteor shower. Otherwise, we would have killed the Necrot. We could have moved it earlier, honestly. It was probably just worth it as soon as he played it to move it ranged. But we were trying to be conservative with our leaders. There's the Renfri. 6 damage, excess to adjacent. Is that going to be good for him? That's not bad. And then we've got the cooldown 8. Okay. So that means he's going to use it this turn. We lose our Whipping Willow. Yep. We could Oniromancy something. I think we just play the second cat. Which, how many bleedings we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. So this should be fine.
Style. That's right. I like fighting with style.
Our Saskia could still give us an elf. I want to keep that alive. And we just pass next turn, because we get the sentry out, it should be enough. Maybe we don't. We could always Oniromancy something. He might just pass this turn, though, for being honest. I'm a little concerned about the meteor shower, but since he played all of his stuff like evenly split across the rows, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it. He would stack one row completely if he did have it. We do have to watch out for Igni, but it's only like 11 points. There's the Igni. It's only 11 though. It's 11 on the melee row too, because we get the bleeding. So we could play Oniromancy here. We are going to get Dwarf, Dryad, Witcher, Dryad. We could get Beast now, so we could get our Chameleon, which would mess everything up. I guess we let him have it. There's no Regis. Oh, we get the win uneven. I think he would have been fine if we pulled the Chameleon instead. But, you know, we didn't. So we have Scenario. We know there's no Heat Wave or anything. So we'd like to get Harmony cards. Okay, we can't trigger the Scenario with this. Okay, so I think we just go to round 3. Oh, of course, then he has Meteor Shower. It's probably fine. We get double last say. He also have that 6 damage, which is going to come back pretty soon. We need a Harmony. Actually, I don't think we have enough Harmony to trigger the Scenario. Yeah, we don't have enough. Ooh, we drew the Vial. Not ideal. So we can't actually do the Scenario. The best card to draw here... Well, we have two-thirds of the time we have really good draw. Okay, that's the really good draw. At least we get the passive from this. It'll help out. can move it. So this gets moved. We get the passive going. He has a 6 damage now. So probably going to want to kill her. You do have to dodge the Toad Prince still. I mean, just do this. As long as we dodge Toad Prince, we're probably okay. I don't imagine he's running without it. And if it doesn't get value, that should be enough to win. He's going to look for the 6 bleeding. That's the neutral card, isn't it? He's going to look for something with bleeding. I guess he has it with the Alp anyway. We do have double last say. We don't want to play into Toad Prince, so we don't actually do this, even though it gives us 2 extra points here. Instead, we play this. Actually, no, we don't, because we get the +2 on this. Yeah, we're fine. Of course, we can hit with 6 damage, then Toad Prince consume it, but he's only consuming a 1. Yeah, this is fine. We should be fine. I can hit with 6 damage and consume, but then it's not many points still. We should win this. And there's the bleeding. And this should be not too bad here. Then we do our Brayhen. GG. This deck is very good. So that's the deck, guys. What do I think? What would I change? To answer the second question first, I don't think I'd change anything. Except for the Vial. That one's up to you, though. This was just a meta choice because of how many Golden Necker decks we're playing, and they all run Vial, so it helps Thin. And then if it helps Thin, you can see if they're playing like Tesha Mutton or something, because that's usually how they answer the Dana. But this could be a Purify. I think a Purify would be good. It's just very awkward because we don't want to play the Elf one because it messes with pulling out the Sentry. Right? We don't want to mess that up. We always want to get Sentry for the Elf. So we can't play that. And Ida's a 6, which is pretty expensive. Especially when we're limited on provisions like this, which leaves just Peller. And Peller's a neutral, which we don't really want to be playing neutrals. So this could be a Peller. Maybe Peller's better. Because we did get our Dana locked several times. This probably should just be Peller, which I think we will change. Although, this is fine too. As far as the rest, though, I like what we have. The extra Pyro, by the way, the 3rd Dwarf, is just because we couldn't find a Scoia'tael 4-person we really liked. So, like, you don't want to play Fledgling. You don't want to play a Dryad because it messes up with getting out Matrons. You want it consistently as possible to get Matron, and as consistently possible you want to get Sentry and Cat Witcher. So those 3 you don't want to put other categories in your deck for. And then Beast, we don't want our Beast because they don't really have good value in general, like deploys. There's like the Panther, but it's like a deploy. And then we don't want more Dwarves in general because they're not ideal. So we just kind of ran out of stuff. But these could be your specials then. Like you could have a Squirrel and a Peller if you want here. I just want the 2nd Pyro because Pyro is pretty similar to Berserker in terms of what it can do. But you could cut this out. I think we will put in Peller. Just not sure if we'll cut out the Pyro and also put in Squirrel or something. But as far as the rest, I really like it. The Curse Scroll is good for consistency. I like having the Neuromancy because we can get this could, by the way, you can cut I can't talk. You can cut out Neuromancy to Decree because we really are dependent on units a lot of the time here. This is mainly for Ehorax. But then you can't get the lock if you need it, which I think is worth having the extra provisions for in the second tutor, like round 2. So I think it's worth having the Neuromancy over the Decree. Brayhen we do like quite a bit. Is Heatwave better? That's situational, actually. It depends. But overall, I really do like the deck. I think it's very strong, and I would keep it pretty much the same. I mean, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. Not too much to say in this conclusion here, other than I like it and maybe change out Vial. But I do like it. I think the Gueriila Tactics is worth it over the Call of Harmony because it gives you access to the Brayhen and it gives you the movement on Weeping Willow. You don't have the movement very often if you're playing the Call of Harmony version with Willow. So you kind of put him in the row you want, but being able to poison then move him is super valuable. So I think that alone makes Gueriila Tactics almost better. And then you can move the Sentry to protect it. You can move enemy stuff. I think it's just better. Although they both have their merits. The Call of Harmony one, you do have access to this lady. So I think that might make it worth it there. But I think for our version, Gueriila Tactics is a little better. And that's what we're going to be going with. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you in the next one. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.